Very good morning, South Africa. Baie goeiemôre, South Africa. Molweni Mzansi. And thank you very much for giving us a great opportunity on every Wednesday, the UIM and President's State of the Nation update on a weekly basis. I want to welcome all our people here today, our team, and today a very important day in the UIM. Obviously today we are going to have a major workshop congress. I'm very happy to announce that today, for the whole day in Cape Town, our new national management executive are getting together for the whole day. And I want to thank every member of the UIM, every person that has come together today in Cape Town to deliberate, discuss, and see the way forward of the UIM as a party, contesting without a doubt this year's local government elections. I want to say, as the president of the UIM, that it has always been a privilege for the past 6 months to build a structure, first as a movement and now in the future as a registered political party, to serve you, the people of the Republic of South Africa. We have not always had it good. We have not always had it smooth sailing. We've always had people that question our agenda. And in specific, I know that people have not always given me the benefit of the doubt. I can clearly tell you that that has changed. That has changed because of the clear message, the clear understanding that anybody who loves this country, no matter from which history, which race, or which demographic, can come up to a point and stand and say that enough is enough. As a person that fought for this country's true liberation, that did not and cannot see color, and when people say in 1988, when I joined physically the struggle, what was my reason? Well, in 1988, my reason was clear. Apartheid was wrong. I make no ends and means about it. I also am unapologetic about my fight as a young cadre to free and liberate the dignity, physically as an MK cadre, to fight apartheid. As the people that were in apartheid forcing a regime, also but fighting on their side for liberty from their point of view. Dit is duidelik dat in die verlede meeste van Suid-Afrikaners aan twee kante was. Een kant was om 'n apartheid regering in bewind te hou, en dan aan die kant om seker te maak dat apartheid vernietig word. Dit maak nie saak waar jy gestaan het nie. Wat vandag saak maak, is waar staan u in die toekoms. It's irrelevant where you were. It's irrelevant where you come from. It is irrelevant your past. What is relevant today is that black, white, Indian and colored and Chinese and whoever was born of your demographic understands one thing. Where are we going into the future? Die toekoms vir my en my kinders is die belangrikste. As the UIM, we look today at all these new little parties and movements that have been popping up. And yes, we have been looking at what is to offer out there. What's on the table? And what I see today, at the end of the day, is not good enough. South Africa, I had a choice when leaving the current utter degraded structure of the ANC, about 5 years ago, I saw there was no alternative. I was looking for a political home, because in me is a person that understands that one needs to be in politics, unfortunately, to change a country. I found no home. Not the DA, not the ANC, not the EFF, and not COPE, and not the Good Party, and not Action SA. I'm sorry, not one of them gave me a clear road to the future. A road where South Africans, that is you and me, normal people, business people, moms and dads, where we can go. And today there is still no alternative. There is no political party in this country, or new ones, that stands for anybody that can join under any demographic, falling under the principles of God, but respects faith of all domination. But more than that, wants a united, crime-free, corruption-free, and obviously focused capital distribution in this country. In the last excerpts of the DA, making noises no matter what they say about the possible coalition with Cyril Ramaphosa and the ANC, I was very disappointed, and I think this week's press releases stated that very clearly. I listened to Jonathan Steenhuisen's debate yesterday on radio, and still I was shocked, where he declares that he would work with an ANC government for a future middle, moderate party. Well, Mr. Steenhuisen and the DA, I'm very clear. If they stuffed it up over 30 years, how do you think after your 25 years in politics of the DA, are you going to change this animal that feeds like a hyena on the Serengeti? I am absolutely clear that the United Independent Movement will not do deals with the ANC, the EFF, and if continuing the DA trajectory of working with both of them like they did before, we cannot be part of such coalition or even contemplate such discussion. I am telling you today that if we look at our numbers growing, that we will by the end of August be bigger than the EFF in Parliament. We will then be a serious contender as the UIM to take out the DA as official opposition. Now, when you look at the leadership of the DA, you're looking at a man who I, in some methodology, respect, Jonathan Steenhuisen, and I look at him and I go, what is your credentials, Mr. Steenhuisen? You see, Mr. Steenhuisen, did you fight? Were you in any form in the military, police, disciplined uniform member? Do you have a history pre-94? And if not, the ANC will eat you up like a cheetah and gobble you like a little springbok. Now that's the difference between me. I'm a senior commander. I understand this animal. And I'm prepared, if necessary, to go to the end's length to defend the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa. Jy sien, meneer Steenhuisen, die ANC vrees my, because I was a senior member of intelligence, but I don't agree with what is going on. So therefore, I think, if you put us in the opposition bench, there will be shudders and atom bombs in that parliament. I am not a person that fears. I have led combat. Our country today does not need a politician. It needs a leader. And a leader with diplomatic experience over 30 years like me, a man that has run global businesses undoubtedly, that has been involved in African Union politics for more than 9 years, that understands global financing and banking like I do and am the president of a massive fund, and has international respect with several countries. This is my credentials. I would like to see the CV of the other opposition. There is none. There's dreams of presidency, dreams of leadership, nothing proven. In the Bible it says, proclaim it and it shall be, and I proclaimed that my name is Neil de Beer and I'm running for the president in 2024, undoubtedly. But here are a couple of shocking claims that I promised today. The UIM delivers, be it building back shacks, informal settlements, feeding programs, and making sure every week that 5,000 people in the Western Cape currently gets food. That more than 5 tons of food gets delivered by the UIM currently every Friday. We don't just talk about crime. I lead a crime unit. You see, when you speak about something, leader must take first. So when you want to get vaccine, you vaccine first. When you want to educate, you educate first. When you lead first. And when you go against corruption, then you lock up, even if it's necessary, your own ministers, your own cabinet. You lock them up. No fear, no favor. Now I want to again deliver South Africa on my promise that today I'm going to reveal to you, because I have challenged Mr. TikTok, Tito Mboweni, to do what I'm going to do today. Last week after the budget speech, I asked the Honourable Minister Tito Mboweni, who without a doubt will not be close to my cabinet and will never be close to any fiduciary duties or any treasury when I'm president. Because Mr. Mboweni, I challenged you to do this exercise and you did not. Mr. Mboweni, I asked you to give me a spreadsheet, a dissection of only 2 things, but you won't dare do it. Well, we, the UIM, and my team in my CEO's office, Jacques Talliard, his assistant Jesse Bowers, De Beer, my office through Sydney Smith, did this. Are you ready, South Africa, for a shocking revelation? Dames en here, 'n skokkende nuusflits wat die UIM vandag vir u bied. En hierdie wat ek nou gesê, en wat gesê gaan word, gaan ek in 'n statement uitgee later vandag. Whatever I'm telling you today, as per our research in the past week, we will put out in a statement today. This is the real state of the finances of this country, as researched by our development team. And there are 2 figures here that you need to listen to. Only 2. Mr. Mboweni, TikTok, and the Honourable outgoing President of the Republic, Mr. Cyril Matamata Ramaphosa. Hoor my mooi? Hear me well. This is shocking and borders on treason to this country's people. So, I only want to read 2 figures and then maybe go in a bit of detail. I know it's terrible. I know it is awful. But we, the UIM, speak the truth. And as per the facts that we've got here today, assembled by access of all the documents standing under severe correction, but I believe these are right. The one figure is the annual budget forecast this year. And that figure is just over 1.3 trillion rand and a couple of cents. Nou hoor my mooi, ons budget vir die land vir die jaar is ongeveer net oorkant 1.3 triljoen rand. Now that 1.3 trillion with odd cents is what our country will be spending in the totality of our national budget, i.e. to so-called run this country. Now there's a lot of variances, income, expenditure, and a lot of adjudications of extra budget, but this is the budget delivered by the Minister, Honorable Tito Mboweni, just over 1.3 trillion rand. And I said to the Honorable Minister in a public statement, when he started to talk about the tremendous influence that COVID had on this country's economy, on the terrible movement of this country's budget, and on the decrease and decline of work and business. And my statement as the leader of the UIM on public record was utter rubbish. Yes, COVID has had an impact. But COVID has not just had an impact in the Republic of South Africa, sir. It has had a global impact on the world. But here was a question, and I asked this with tongue-in-cheek, I admit, but today I'm not asking tongue-in-cheek. Does the COVID-19 string and all the variants also automatically cause people to steal? You see, if so, we better go back to the drawing board on vaccines. Because what Mr. Mboweni said was, and I will say this in Parliament, if I was voted in by you, I would say that the honourable member should be qualified today as a dishonourable member for lying to Parliament. And if not intentionally, has 14 days to remedy himself to come with the truth. Just like it seems, allegedly, and I am investigating this, that the Honourable State President, on declaring the vaccines of Johnson & Johnson rollout, seemingly lied to Parliament under oath. And I will be speaking about that next week after investigating that it seems that the President of this country misled Parliament by saying that full rollout of Johnson & Johnson vaccines are taking place. In actual fact, you are wrong. It wasn't so. And I will make a statement on that on your behalf, South Africa. Make it clear. We know it's allegations. We don't like allegations. We want the truth. The UIM will be the party of truth. Where my moi, DA, EFF, and ANC, it seems you three are in collusion with each other, seemingly. If you know that 1.3 trillion rand is 1 year's budget to run the country, then now I'm revealing the shocking detail. After the Minister of Finance said we've got shortcomings on budget, wants to tax the citizens more of this country, and today the revelation of utter rubbish that the SABC wants to now not take TV licenses anymore, but wants a taxation on every house, irrespective house TV or not. Now I can tell you on that, hear me well, that if this is what the SABC is intending doing, I will make it clear as the President of the UIM today that we will contest this in a court of law. Yes, everybody is going to court because it seems before we can get into power, it's our only alternative. And I doubt if that, but I will fight the SABC in court. The UIM will fight for you. En ons is so sorry. I'm not like AfriForum and Solidariteit en al daai tyd nie, né? We are the UIM. We are normal people. We are you that are now standing up and forming a political party to fight everybody who's talking rubbish. And it goes for all political parties that have lied to us. And it is a sad affair that people like me, ordinary people, business people, have to become politicians to take our country back. Now, Mr. Mboweni, have you been watching Zondo? Have you been watching it, Mr. Mboweni? I hope so, because you're paying for it. And that's the joke. The Zondo Commission has cost more than 850 million rand, nearly a billion. Now, any person that can read or write and count can tell you, we have spent nearly a billion rand, South Africa, on finding out who stole a billion. Now, I won't mind if you have such a commission, but have multitude of arrests, court cases, summonses, judgments, and we've had none. The small little hawk investigations, you know, the scorpions, the hawks, and soon to be probably the frickies, you've done nothing. Not one senior cabinet minister that has been indicted, accused at the Zondo Commission has been arrested. If so, then Honorable Deputy Judge President Zondo, I now challenge you, and I know that you're a good man. I know you're a good man. This must end, sir. And you've got to lock up from the top. And we as the UIM will be watching this. But here's the shocking revelation, South Africa. Only on what we know today, on my research team's work today, can I reveal that in the past 4 years, on the revelations that we've got in public on the inquiries and inquisitions, did you know that a total amount of more than 1.5 trillion rand has been stolen? South Africa, that's over 4 years that we know of. A collective accusation of more than 1.5 trillion, not billion, million, billion, trillion. Dis 'n godskreiende skande. We have evidence submitted through inquiry and testimony that people, including the Guptas, Boushasa, and various others, have collectively stolen 1.5 trillion rand that we know of over 4 years. South Africa, they have stolen in 4 years 1 full year of the Revenue Service and the Department of Finance's fiscal budget for this country. Let that sink in. Fact. And we will contest these figures in public and on any inquiry, Mr. Mboweni. You came to Treasury, you came to Parliament and the Republic and told them that we need to pay more taxes because of COVID and the decline of the impact of COVID. No, sir. You need to tax us more and take more money from us because 1.5 trillion rand has been stolen, not COVID. En dis 'n feit. Soos 'n koei wat goed gras eet en 'n jersey wat melk gee. Daar is nie 'n ander stryd nie. Daglig, mense. Any other party? The ANC, the EFF, the DA, the Good Party, Inkatha, Cope, have they come to you like this? No, sir. No, madam. Because they don't care. And some of them themselves are stealing. So I am asking you as a straightforward guy, whom you know and trust. Here are the facts. Here's the facts. 1.3 trillion to run this country in a year, and they stole 1.5 trillion over 4. Ja, maar ek gaan dit sê, die Here weet. Hoe gaan dit lyk oor nog 4 jaar? And then Steinhuisen and all his cohorts make a statement that maybe if Cyril stays, they will join the ANC. The ANC. The same people that have allowed under their watch in 4 years a country's national budget for 1 year to be stolen. I will give you some shocking figures. 252 billion rand lost in budget. Lost, not accounted for. 62 billion in debt service cost. Billion. 90 billion lost in tax revenue collection. Great size. 506 billion lost from the value of the SA bonds and listed companies in the March 2017 midnight cabinet reshuffle. By just reshuffling a cabinet, we lost 506 million. Billion. Die B's en die M's en die T's. 378 billion negated and wiped off the JSE from the mismanagement of the state. 200 billion overspent. Hoor gou hier. 200 biljoen oor budget by Medupi and Kusile. South Africa, do you understand this? They planned to build a project and miscalculated 200 billion. 200 billion on 2 power stations. 1 billion paid to a consulting company for a fee. 1 billion. 659 million Eskom prepayment to the Gupta family. 659 million. That's $500 million. 5.3 billion finder's fee for a Gupta-linked company in Transnet locomotives. So jy gaan treine kry om te betaal hulle jou 5 biljoen. What are we talking about here? Has any other political party addressed this? Except the UIM today, South Africa. The cost of the Zondo Commission standing at the 29th of October is 779 million rand. For a commission to find out where the other billions are. The Gupta family in its entirety has been nominated as thieves that have stolen the calculated amount of 40 billion rand from this, us, the Republic of South Africa. Now, South Africa, in conclusion, this was a rough day for me. A rough day, having seen the presentation of these figures by my office. As the president of the UIM, it irks me that we as South Africans have been duped, have been lied to, have been pulverized and stolen from for so long. You don't need to be a mathematician. You don't need to have algebra. And you don't need a BA Com degree to know we are in trouble. That this country is on a downslide and on its way to something I have now termed as an economic genocide in this republic. That the poor will get poorer and that the rich will gain and that the thieves will steal more. South Africa, the UIM is the only alternative. With fearless leaders that can count, that can analyze, and that can change and turn this country around in faith, in God, in justice. I make a plea to you today to make this video go viral, to spread this over the thousands. There are 478 of you online right now. Give me your commitment like this now. Flood me now if you agree with me Please show me this, that you will commit today to forward and make this video go viral. Because I just presented you with a week of work through my office of the truth. I challenge any other political party to reveal this. But not just to reveal it, but to fight it. I commit the UIM to fighting this. I commit the UIM to lead. And it starts with local government elections, because 80 or 90% of the municipalities in this country is bankrupt, pulverized and stolen from, and needs rescue. We will rescue it. I don't care how big or how small the UIM goes in, but in the 7 metros we will go and fight. My name is Neil de Beer, and I gave you my word that I will never break my word as far as possible, that humanly I can do. South Africa, I'm not in government yet. I have got no power except the voice of you, the people. Going to court every day does not help. What has happened to the justice system is sad. That a retired president like Jacob Zuma can refuse judgments from court is bad leadership. I remember Nelson Mandela being summoned by the great Louis Late, and I remember there was a debate where they said that the president must not go to court, but Mandela said, if I cannot go to court and refuse to appear, citizens cannot follow. And Mandela went to court when he was a president. That was leadership. Like him or not, he led by example, and I served him with pride. In conclusion, South Africa, make up your own conclusion. The UIM is fighting for you now, through a leader like me that understands the world, but more than that, respects justice. We will continue exposing this, and we will continue making a noise through you, the people, that when you steal 1.5 trillion rand, you can't hide it. In our government, it just won't happen. It will not be acceptable. So again, we delivered. We delivered on making sure that you, the people, know. That you, the people, take us to government. No matter who you are. And we are willing to work with people from the Western Cape right through to Kuruman, Elsies to Joburg, Umhlanga to Pietermaritzburg, Pietermaritzburg to Bloemfontein, and yes, I'm going to say it, from Bloemfontein to Port Elizabeth. Port Elizabeth. Not Kapakiki of Gaga. Port Elizabeth. Because to spend 800 million in today's day on trying to change a name is too late. These name changes should have been bloody done in 1994. What are you doing? We have lost the plot. We have lost the focus. We need light, and that is us. I hope this has revealed the capability of what we can do as a country, how we can stand together. If you are not a member of the UIM yet, I'm asking you to join us. It's free. We said, unlike any other party, your first year membership with us is costing you nothing. If you want to donate and help me and my team fight, you can. There's options on that, but I'm not asking you that. I have carried this with people 6 months now. But be a member. Show us your voice. Show us your intention. And please, South Africa, show me if I am wasting my time or not. If there's no confidence in us, after 6 months of fighting, let me know. If there's no one supporting me, my leadership and the UIM to fight for this country like we are, let us know. Because I'm not going to fight the fight alone. I have taken too much insults, too much slaps and swear words against me and my family for nothing. But it's not for nothing. It's for you. And this voice will not go away as long as you want me and as long as the UIM can stand for you. For the political parties, your time is over. A new political movement, a new political party, because you forced us there, is coming. Justice is coming like a tsunami. Cape Town, Port Elizabeth, Durban, Bloemfontein, Ekurhuleni, Johannesburg en Pretoria, maak reg, die skote kom by die ballot box. Justice is coming on a white horse. The light is coming, and you cannot stop us, because the United Independent Movement is a movement of the people. It is a movement for the people, by the people, and ultimately about the people. Thank you for your time today. This is a true family meeting. This is a meeting of family, a South African family. May God bless you today. And may God bless this Republic of South Africa. Mag die Here vir julle seën vandag. En mag die Here sy grootste seën uitspreek oor hierdie Republiek van Suid-Afrika. Matlabane, Molweni, Matlabane, Iteta, Umnomslanje, Apa de Ribon, Apa Umzanzi, Apa Ugomso. Matlabane, Inditsela, Apa Iteta, Inkosi, Sikelele is South Africa. Speak to you soon. Let this message go viral. And may South Africa be blessed by the UIM's takeover for the future. Bye-bye.